Hey guys, welcome to session 64, part 3. The Menagerie have successfully made it into the dock portion of, along the River Sly, where Julian had dropped them off, and them under different guises have been able to make it to a building that Erebus had helped you enter. That is under the watch of an individual named Vinny and his family, and they are aware of the activities that y'all are doing. Marb has emerged from his tarp barrel covering. Davis, you are retrieving your equipment.
Yep, it'll take me 5 minutes to put it on, I think.
Yeah, that's while you guys are discussing.
Well, no, because it counts as medium armor, right? So I can do it in a minute, I think.
5 minutes.
Is it still 5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, it's heavy armor. That's
It's 10.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, Dragnar, you're able to, do whatever you wish, but you guys are essentially told by Erebus that, go out, listen, poke, prod, try to find information, but don't arouse suspicion, don't cause conflict, and good luck, because typically you would be told to avoid the Adventurers League, but it sounded like Seb wanted y'all to check it out. So, this is all new, guys. This is, heavily theater of the mind.
I'll ask Vinny before it goes, actually, this armor, do I need to wear, a cloak or something over the top so it doesn't stand out too much, or do you think it's fine?
I mean, brother, half the people are walking around in, a brown robe or stuff. Yeah, put that on. You'll blend in real easy.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have one, we can fashion something out of something, I'm sure, but...
But your shoulders and that armor,
Yeah, it's gonna fit over this too, right? So...
I'll hand Davis my cloak, see if he wants to try that. All I need to do is hunch, so smoke my pipe.
It's like, Davis, you see it, and Rock's cloak is very not subtle, if that makes sense, right? It has that sign in the pattern.
Well, but I had it inside out.
Okay. You want to do that? Inside out, yeah, it'll be not necessarily brown, but it'll be, that, and does it require attunement?
It does require attunement.
It does.
All right, for it to properly reshape and resize to him, he can attune to it. Otherwise, it'll just kind of be based off
your size and shape.
Your size, which might still be
shoulder width is good, but it's not long enough.
I'll leave it up to. I'll be like, you can try it. You can.
No, I think we can just find some. Something.
Okay, I'll wrap myself back up.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to think
No, I understand.
Good idea, but yeah. So Davis, easy enough. They managed to pull out, some form of brownish robe-like covering, and it encompasses your shoulder pads and everything, and you just look like more like a triangle, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, you're able to put, cover up your head if you want to and all that. Al will look around. He's like, they've seen me as Cole. Now to be, and Rebecca. And he turns into a lady. He's like, all right, I'm good. Hi, yes, yep, okay, yep. So basically, he just takes your Cole interpretation and turns it into a female version with longer blonde or brown hair, everything. Keeps this little scar over her eye. Yep, okay. This will be good. I'm ready.
Corbin, this is punishment for not showing up, so now next week you have to do a woman's voice the entire time.
Or something. He can still.
That's true. He can shift at will. That's true. God damn.
We'll just constantly make him. Every building he goes in, he changes to another person. No one will be able to tail him.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So you guys are let out. You guys just walk out normally, like no business. Just kind of step out, kind of Erebus will be like, hey, thanks guys for all the hard work. See you here in 2 days. Back at the docks, ready to work. You guys get that he's just actually. Davis wouldn't. Everyone else would get that he's just bullshitting. He's like, wait, 2 days work? Okay, got it. All right, yeah, I would imagine.
Be here in 2 days, boss.
And then Al will be like, or Rebecca will be like, Davis, it's just a cover for us to leave. Never mind, Davis. Come on, let's go. And you guys are just kind of walking. So as you guys are heading and traveling kind of into Greenhill, just a reminder, the buildings are, basically there is no grid structure or anything. There is no symmetry. There is just haphazard buildings and winding roads and random bridges to make way for the river sly or the many tributaries and fingerlets. It is as disorienting as it has ever been. And in some ways, even more, because now as you guys are walking through and seeing a lot of establishments that may have had like some sort of colorful signs or something to help, draw eye and attention. Most of them are now somewhat related to the Mother's Bounty, and some of them are just, they're covered with like a bag or a tarp or some kind of cloth, and then just written with coal or stitched in, where it's like Mother's Tonic or the Fish Hook and Bounty and stuff like that. And then as you guys are walking, you do see some of the iconography is starting to kind of crop up throughout of the different, the river lily, the honey petal, mostly. And you do see kind of like the visage of a woman in different places. So it becomes kind of more not monochromatic. What do you call it? Homogeneous, I guess.
Yeah.
But you guys are free to go wherever you'd like. Just let me know.
Hey,
Or
Dregnar, I think you know your way around the town pretty well, right? Because I still get lost through this place.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We're gonna go to the place that's next to the other place.
Yeah. Anyway, if we could,
I'll look at Davis and I'll wink.
I'll wink back and have no understanding of what he's winking about.
I'll look at Al, and Barb, and Rock, and wink at them, and
Marble he will wink at you so fast. Gotcha, buddy.
But I wanted to swing by 2 spots on the way there if we could. I think they were kind of close to the Bronze Hook, at least I know. So the Green Thumb was one of the places. Cletus' sister, I can't remember her name, Cassidy, I think, worked there. I mean, if nothing else, like I want to see if she's there. I doubt it, but if nothing else, we can maybe pick up some provisions, like how they didn't have stuff for like healers kits. We may be able to pick up some like stuff to make salves and stuff, and some like herbs and things that we can use for medicinal stuff. And I don't remember the name of Jade's place, but she
the map maker, yes.
Yeah, the map maker, the Kenku lady, who we saved her life.
Who we heard about? Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, David.
I just want to just swing by. I just want to check up on them. That's all.
This entire conversation, Adam, I am looking around to make sure Davis is not giving us away to everybody walking by.
Okay, go ahead, Dregnar, and give me I guess it would be like insights. Yeah, insight to read the people as you guys are walking.
I don't think a 4 is going to give me anything.
Yeah, you're so cautious on just like being like, that person, yes, that individual, that place, of course, Davis, yes, yes. That you're kind of focused on acting, that you're losing track of everything that Davis is saying, and kind of losing track of everyone that's potentially looking, potentially listening in. You're just like, this is what it's like to travel with this guy. Oh God.
I just want to check on him. Okay.
So let's go get some provisions first, since it's early in the evening before they close.
Yeah, and then Al will pipe up. He's like, Rebecca will pipe up. He's like, oh yeah, that was the other thing we were supposed to see if we could get our hands on. Good job, Davis. Good memory.
Yeah, I remembered that. I very much remembered that.
She smiles, or he smiles as she. All right. Who would like to try to track down a place?
Oh, if I've been there, I know where it is.
Fair. Give me a your choice: survival or investigation at advantage, just to see how quickly you're able to navigate.
Nat 20, so 25.
25? Okay. Yeah. 25. Yeah. Survival or investigation? Just curious.
Survival.
Hi, survival. So easy enough for Dregnar. It takes you just a few moments to kind of get your bearings. You're trying to look for at least one building that's familiar, and you see one that is essentially almost like a needle of a building that just kind of juts up straight, very thin. It's probably at most 15 feet across, but it just goes up, and it's just a landmark. And you see it, and you're like, okay, there's the needle, there's the sun. Okay, we're over here, and then you're able to very quickly navigate to what is the name of the establishment? Your choice.
This was Cletus's place, right? There's.
It was
Okay.
Cassidy's place was the green.
Oh, you wanted to go to Cassidy's first? Okay, perfect. So yeah, Green Thumb.
Yeah,
Easy
it's
enough.
Green Thumb, yep.
So here's the thing. So when you guys are walking up, whoever is actually actively paying attention, go ahead and give me a perception check. Marv is doing his little, I'm on the roofs, getting a high point. Being sneaky sneak.
Okay.
21.
21, okay.
Marb so what does he get with? Does he get advantage on perception check? Or
So he is on his favorite terrain.
it is a wisdom check.
Yes. So choose one type. Blah blah blah. When you make a dexterity stealth on or any intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you are proficient in the skill. Furthermore, if you are not proficient, you are considered proficient, but not doubled.
Okay, so he just gets double proficiency.
Yeah. He ignores difficult terrain on his favorite terrain as well at this point.
Wow, he got a natural 20 for a total of 29.
29. Wow.
Perception.
So we got lots of nat 20s coming through. All right. So Marb, easily enough, on the buildings, kind of scouting, keeping an eye on you guys, doing that. We're just gonna say, naturally stealthy enough. It's Marb. I'm not gonna, what's his passive stealth? His passive stealth is a 17. Yeah, he's playing stealthy
plus
enough.
3, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, actually, and it's yeah. So another 3. Yeah, so he's easily stealthy enough, keeping an eye, kind of a bird's eye view on you guys. As you guys are approaching, so what did I get? We got a 15 for Al. Rock, you're just kind of, walking through, just kind of looking around a little bit more, just distracted. Just kind of trying to focus on your hunch and your old turtle, keeping your pipe ready at all times. Everyone else will start to notice that there's a larger gathering of, brown-robed individuals and commoners around the Green Thumb. And Dregnar and Marb would notice that the sign for the Green Thumb is not there, and it has been replaced with a post that says Central Bounty. And as you guys are approaching, Marb would pick up that there's many individuals in this little plot of land. There seems to be wooden structures of simple type, stools and stands, kind of a setup and established, kind of on the reminiscent of maybe a new shrine or so.
Well, I don't think we should go in there.
I don't think we should go in there, but Jessica maybe should go in there.
Rebecca.
He's like, wait,
Rebecca?
okay, no, I got this. I will become, and he kind of does this, and it's like the burning paper, and he becomes a short, pixie cut blonde, half elf girl. really
Whoa,
like
maybe do
almond
that.
shaped eye.
Maybe do that in a little alley or something next time, guy. Not
Sorry,
here,
he said
jeez.
Jessica, and I had a vision, and I had to do it.
Yeah, like come on, discreet. Like I'm the one telling you to be discreet. Come on, what the hell?
I mean, fair point. I'm kind of getting into this. This is kind of fun.
Yeah, a little too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hush. And he kind of struts away, wagging his hips a little bit side to side.
Oh God.
And you just see Marble, just see Jessica kind of blend into the crowd. Still, with the brown common
Marble will
leather.
definitely follow, like on the rooftops.
Okay.
I will try to maneuver myself to, if there's a door
Okay.
where I can be in the door, and if the door is open, I will try to see if I can position myself to see Al in the shop.
So interestingly enough, the shop itself is not that large. And Davis, you would remember this from when you visited it. It's more of just like a front, and then it opens up to her garden in the back. And her garden was just basically the aisles were her garden, right?
Yeah.
And Dregnar, easy enough. Like it takes you a little while, and there are some people in the way, but eventually some of them will see this kind of gruff-looking dwarf come by. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check to see if you're able, or however you want to approach it. Your choice. To get people to kind of move out of your way.
I'll just do the whole dwarf walk. I'll have my hood down so they can tell it's a dwarf, and I'll just be walking through and just doing the mean dwarf walk.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. So go ahead and give me that intimidation then.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. 11.
Could
11.
I buff him with bravura?
Sure, if you wanted to.
Alright,
Be
so
seeing.
add a d8. And I'll mark that off.
16.
16. All right, makes it much better. So yeah, as Dragnar, Davis, you kind of see Dragnar put his cloak up, his hood up, and start kind of doing the stompy walk, and you're like, oh boy. And you kind of see what he's doing, and as he's kind of starting to interact, you kind of get in front of him at one point and kind of just start chatting up an individual, and they kind of like will start just a typical day's chat. Like he's like, oh, you come from the docks, cool. How's the harvest? I mean,
the catches were great. Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, and he'd be like, I don't know. It's like, hey, it's been something for the last couple of weeks, man. It's
seen
been great.
anything like it.
Yeah, and then Dragnar is able to kind of just push through and intimidate. Some people see him and they just kind of step to the side and
as soon as he comes, I'll be like, oh my gosh, and I'll step aside.
Perfect, yeah. And as you do, there is a couple, like a bench that seems to be freshly installed in front of this building. And you're able to kind of jump up on it, kind of look, and you have a clean bead, and you see Jessica in there, seemingly able to, I mean, it's Al with his charisma, right? Yeah. Able to kind of weave in and through. And go ahead. What is Jessica doing if somebody wants to try to roleplay?
Grog.
Yeah, I mean, just
do the voice.
Hello.
Hi. I'd like to just look around.
It'll be I want to think of a fun race. It'll be a shifter, female.
So
very
Leslie's sister.
Huh?
Leslie's sister.
Yeah, basically. Not very aggressive looking. Has the fur kind of covered body, eyes very much of like the feline type. Sharp fangs in her mouth and all that. But well taken care of. Doesn't look like too mangy or anything. Bringing animal references in. Simple brown robe. Wearing a collar of beads and flower petals, and she'd be like, "Oh yes, welcome. You are free to look around. Just worship as you see fit. To try not to trample anything."
thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. And just have a look around. Is there anything interesting? What do I see?
Okay. What you see is, this very. It's again the building that you walked in is not large at all. It is maybe 20 feet across. Not even. Maybe it is. Yeah, let's say it's 20 by 20, right? It's a small little building, and it's just essentially a desk for entry, and maybe it was like originally for greeting guests. But then it does open up, and as it opens up in the back, it is a large covered like pergola like area, and then you see that it opens up, and it's a lot less land than it actually looks like, but it seems like there's so much because there are just all variety of different plant beds and flower beds and blooming trees and all that, and everything seems to have fruit or vegetable and in season. Go ahead and give me a nature check as Al. So
8.
8. Okay. Um, it just everything is in bloom. Like everything is either in bloom or in fruit or in season. It's just kind of a lot. Again, the smells. There's lots of sweet smells in the air. There's a lot of earthy smells in the air, and there's also a lot of just the sound of people. There's quite a number of people here. However, no one is taking anything or gathering anything. They just seem to be displaying their worship.
Okay, I would like to discreetly try to cast detect magic.
Well, I mean, you do have your orb. Are you going to be doing it that way, or are you just going to try to?
Orb.
Remember,
I'm
he's
out.
out right now.
Oh, Al, shit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I'll have detect magic as well.
okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Ooh, that good. 19 total.
Wow, a lot of hops. 19 total. Yeah. So Al is able to kind of, shimmy over to one side, kind of perusing, looking at one of these trees that are in full fruit, and he just kind of takes that cover, kind of does the hand motions, utters a few words, and looks around. Really, nothing pings off as magical.
Is there any like person talking that anybody's like listening to, any sort of like group thing, or is it all mostly individuals doing their worship thing?
No, so what you'll see is that there are a few individuals kind of gathered amongst one of the flower beds or one of that, but where there is a larger tree. Let me cut real quick. Davis, what are you doing right now?
If so, Dregnar like went to go get a spot to check
Mhm.
things out.
Yeah.
I'll similarly do the same, but like from further back, since I can get a bit of a higher vantage point. Like I'm just gonna try and mill about somewhere looking.
Sure. Davis, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Alrighty, that would be a 12.
Okay. Nothing really catches your eye or that. You just see the large number. When you were here visiting Cassidy, it was you and Cassidy.
Yeah.
There are 20, 30 plus people in this area, and it's kind of cramped. And you do look up, and you see kind of Marv kind of keeping it up, a bird's eye view on everybody. And you do see Dregnar kind of peering in. And Dregnar, you have a clean bead on, Jessica, no problem.
Yeah, I'll even like fake like waving hello every once in a while to people that are not even looking at me, just being like, look up, like, hey, how's it going now? What's up?
Fair.
Like at nothing, nobody in particular at all.
I get you. But now back in. Yeah, so Hal does not really pick up anything magical. There's nothing radiating magic except for when he kind of looks down at himself. He's like, okay, that's me radiating. Okay. There is a singular is he was kind of looking. There was an individual kind of, we'll just say, giving a sermon or sort, and it would be uh, a woman in the simple brown attires with a little bit of green showing. She does have one of those collars of beads and flowers. However, as Al is kind of just kind of subtly walking around and keeping an eye and trying to listen, he hears her talking of, and in this place we see a prime example of the gifts of the mother, as there are many things here flourishing that should not be flourishing at this time during the year, for us to harvest and take in their nourishment, and by her will, everything here is fruitful. Uh, Al would kind of be listening in and kind of walking in, and then he does, as he kind of turns towards him, he does get this very faint ping of magic coming from her. Go ahead and give me a perception check for Al. And go ahead and, what was that, 17?
17.
Okay, and then Marb is keeping an eye on him, so go ahead and give me a perception check for Marb as well.
Okay. Marb's perception. So he gets extra on it, right? He gets +3.
Yes, because it is his favorite turn.
Okay, 25 total.
25, yeah. So, as it is starting to get darker and the torch lights are coming, and you see as she's giving the sermon, there are candles lit and kind of illuminating the area where she's standing. She's standing under a large tree, a tree that like takes up a lot of the background space and does go pretty high. Is dwarfing many of the buildings in the area. Al really only notices what it is because of his detect magic, but she is missing one of her eyes. And there is a faint, for Al, because he got detect magic, there's like a glow, a ping, coming from the missing eye area. Marb kind of see this lady talking and kind of be able to just make out some of the details of her. And she's, again, a very plain, simple looking human female with browns and greens, darkish hair, but Marb will even see it from the distance that she is missing an eye. And after with that 25, Marb would notice that there is some semblance of tattooing around the eye that was removed. It was Druid. His was Druid.
Okay. Do I recognize the magic type?
What was that?
Do I recognize the magic type?
You would, actually. You would get a ping. I'm trying to think what it would be. I think the closest would be... What's that? I guess it would be divination. Yeah, it would be a ping of divination magic.
Okay. I would try to get close without hopefully having to talk to anyone and just listen to the sermon a bit.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma check. As Al, that would be just D20 plus 5, just to see how easy it is for his form as Jessica to kind of navigate through.
16.
16. Okay, yeah. It takes him a moment to kind of get in, the groove of what he's doing, but he does manage to kind of slip in. Dregnar, you're able to keep an eye on Jessica. At times, you lose her as people kind of walk in your line of sight, but then you're able to pick her up again. And she does get, as close as you want. You can get, not to like the front row, but you could get in where the main 10, 11, 12 people are listening to this sister bounty speaking, and she will just, go over the tenants, she'll again go over that, things are flourishing and blossoming. This is by her will. It was by, her sacrifices that the river runs clean and the land grows. She only asks of us to, nurture it, take care of it, take what we want, but do not lose respect for the land. Simple. But if you want
Does it,
to,
oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, you first.
Does it feel like as she's talking, any magic's being used? Is that part of like, or is it she's just talking?
You can give me an Arcana check or an Insight check.
Okay. Oh, natural 20. So that's good. 22. It's the same both ways.
There is definitely some sort of weight to her word.
Okay. I'll cut in as she's speaking. This is probably. I want the mother's been so good to us. I want to give myself to her. How do I serve the mother completely?
Ooh, boy.
Oh boy! Oh boy! The sister will kind of put one of her hands up to her chest and be like, "Oh, the mother is wonderful and great and all caring. Well, to give yourself completely, one must, pass through some trials and devote themselves. If you are truly interested, young sister to be, perhaps, we have, she'll kind of go on and say, if you are truly interested, you can stay here and meet with me after when I'm done speaking. I'm sure that someone like you can, easily make it, and we can teach you how to give yourself to the mother. We are all sisters here."
Thank you so much. I will be here when you're done. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll just stand up and I'm just ecstatic, and I'll kind of walk around and just touch the trees and just make it look like as I make my way to the exit, I've just sneezed everything.
And you will, a couple people will kind of clap and cheer and say, like, the mother is great, her bounty is wonderful, everything. Especially when you ask about giving yourself to her. But yeah, with the natural 20, Al would know, again, how do I put it? Yeah, there was definitely weight to the words, brainwashing, yada yada. Kind of clear as day for him.
Cool. Can I make my way out of there?
Yes, but as you do try to make your way out of there, a male figure, seemingly not in the best hygiene, as a lot of people are not, reaches out and kind of gets in your way and stops you, and he's like, "Oh, that's very exciting what you said. Are you really going to try to devout? Where are you going? I thought you said you were going to wait for her to come talk." Like, he's just rambling.
As soon as that happens, do we see that, or do I see that, and does Dragnar see that?
Dragnar for sure does.
Yeah, I may be too far.
I think you're too far.
Okay. Never mind.
So as soon as I see that, I will start making a beeline towards Al.
Okay.
I'll respond. Yes, I am. I just want to go tell my family that what I'm gonna do, and I will be right back because I want them to know what a happy day this is for me.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check as Al. The voice is just...
I'm not kidding. Another natural 20. I got me a lucky dice, bitches.
What was that, 31 total for Al?
Yeah, something like that.
Persuasion.
Yeah, 31.
31. Jesus.
You just this I just want to say, the most commoner kind of folk, right? Just not the most clean shaven, not the best dressed, just poor commoner. He's just like, Oh, yes, yes, you are absolutely right, my dear. Go tell your family. Go let them know the great news. In fact, they should come here and listen to what the sister has to say to you. And he just kind of gets out of your way. He's like, good luck, good luck, good luck. This is truly a wonderful day.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And off I now I have it. Now I'm like skipping along and just off I go.
He's just kind of clapping like in his place, like you're a symbol of beauty and the bounty. It's just all just blah blah blah. And you just kind of see Dragnar now that you're kind of skipping Dragnar. You just see Al skipping towards you, or Jessica skipping towards you.
But right past them because I don't want anybody to see me talking to them.
Okay.
So as I skip past, I'll be like, meet me in the next couple alleys up.
Samantha.
By the way, when Dragnar started beelining, I would have
Couple alleys up.
I would have been walking across the street just to but then obviously once I see Al coming out or Jessica coming out, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah, and then you'll kind of hear indistinctly, like, not sourceless, but you'll hear a, and then y'all would know that's Marb.
Yeah, we know that's Marb.
Adam, I would have, while that was going on, I would have looked at the crowd to see if there were people that seemed like they were out of place or not buying the bullshit. Basically looking for people that are being held here against their will.
Sure. Go ahead and that would be, I believe that would be go ahead and give me an insight check, or you could give me, no, it would be insight. Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oh, not bad. 18.
The people that you most directly saw and were interacting were not, not you're going to do that? Okay. Or you weren't necessarily interacting with them, but knocking them away from you and kind of marching through them. Most of them were smiling. When you did actually step in and get a better view on the inside and all the people around the flower beds and the plots and of vegetation that's growing, they seemed happy. They seemed good. They you didn't get any sense of like maliciousness or anything like that. There is just an inkling in your gut though that it makes you just kind of uncomfortable.
What makes me uncomfortable? The place,
This whole
thing.
This whole thing, like this general whole thing makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, the whole drinking the Kool-Aid cult, got it.
Yeah.
And then I will head over to the next building as Jessica said.
I will say,
Okay.
out of character, just so that everybody remembers, supposedly the carving or they took their own eye out because the matron took both of her eyes out, I think, and planted them or something, supposedly.
That is, yep, that is.
Al probably would have remembered that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So the tale that Grant got and then shared with y'all is that apparently the story is that a woman from the woods that is considered to be the matron at one point made a sacrifice of her eyes to be able to see the land from where the river slide flows and where the mountains grow, or whatever. So there's supposedly, according to the story, an eyeball planted somewhere at the base of the river and an eyeball planted somewhere in the mountains of the pine forest. That was her sacrifice to be able to influence the land and see through the land. And then her worshippers or her devoted sisters and daughters give up one of their eyes so that she can now see through them.
Right. Just a reminder that we knew that.
Yep.
Also, well, go ahead.
Al would remember that.
Right. I was gonna say one thing maybe I would be doing while this was all going on. I would potentially strike up a conversation with somebody in the crowd, being like, "Hey, there used to be a young furbolg who ran this place. Is she still around? Does she serve the Mother of Bounties now? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know. Are you
She would be
talking
perfect.
about the one that wouldn't give this up to the mother? Is that the
Oh, did
one?
she not? Oh my gosh. Then that's terrible. I can't believe she wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, same. I think the story. I don't know her. I just heard that when they came to witness the glory that was this garden that clearly the mother had blessed, that the previous owner denied the mother's hand and said this was all
I
her
can't believe
work
she would
and
do
her
that.
connection.
After the blessings that she received, why would she deny it? I can't believe that.
Beyond me, I don't know.
Actually,
But there are.
can I insight check them real quick to make sure like they're not like both bullshitting each other at this point?
Sure.
10.
It seems like what he's saying is.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well then, that to hell with her. I mean, I'm glad that we've got this wonderful, bountiful place.
Yeah, I mean, truly, it's marvelous. I mean,
I was
that
hoping
tree.
that she was somebody who was going to be in service with the mother. She seemed to have quite, a good hand with things that grow, but
Oh, I would imagine she had nothing to do with it, but
yeah,
she
it must have just
was
been the
taking
mother all
credit.
along.
Exactly.
Oh, well, by the mother's bounty.
By the mother's bounty.
And then I'll walk off.
Yep. So you guys are
Yeah,
essentially
actually,
able.
and once I see like Dregnar heading that direction, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Y'all are able to reconvene, but a few, alleys or whatever over. Barb will kind of peer over and be like, "Y'all are clear." Man, those people are crazy, right? Did you see that tree, Davis? Did you see that tree? That tree was beautiful. I want to climb in that tree so bad.
I didn't get a good look at the tree. I think I saw it the last time I was here, but I bet you'd climb the hell out of that tree though.
Davis, that tree was just
Like a sapling or something.
yeah.
Oh wow. So actually, would it be? Would I have noticed it just casually passing by the place, like
That was
you
what
had
your
said?
perception check was to see if you noticed the tree that was looming over the
Oh,
building.
so I didn't or did?
You did not know.
Oh, okay, like, I mean, I didn't really see a tree. The last time I was here, there was like
And
a
he
tiny tree, but
and Barb will be like, "Nah, follow me. You can see it from here." And he kind of like walks along the roof, and you're just kind of walking the alley, and then you just like look, and then you see it, and you're like,
what?
"Huh."
That's behind the green thumb. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
By the mother's bounty, indeed, y'all. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Wait a second. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch into. I'm gonna look like Dregnar.
Oh, the height is a little off because he can't really squinch his height down. He's like,
I'm seeing
Yeah,
double.
oh,
2
right.
Dregnars. Or 4 Dregnars. God damn it, I blew the punchline.
Yeah. So, I may have done a good, a bad, I don't, definitely evil cult. The whole eye thing and the magic. I have an in as Jessica. I said I would join them. They said to meet them afterwards, and then I said I was going to see my family, and they said I could bring my family. So if we wanted an in, some of you could be my family, and I could be Jessica, and we could see where they take us to give ourselves to the mother. Apparently, there's a test that we have to pass, or a few of them. As well as the people in there are absolutely being controlled by magic, brainwashed by magic. It's all evil.
one thing, because you did roll the natural 20, you would know that it is subtle. Like it's not like getting hit with a face like in a jackhammer kind of style being controlled. It is just continuous exposure to the same message over and over. with magic weaved in, eventually taking place or taking hold.
It's a very, very powerful but subtle magic being used on them. There's the reason nobody in the town's really fighting this. We should be careful for ourselves too. Don't listen to any sermons. I wonder if I asked to join the mother because of the sermon, or if I just thought it was a good idea.
And roll me a wisdom check if you want.
I'm hot today. That's a 19 plus something.
Okay, up to you. You can play it out. Do you think it affected you that fast, or is it just something that Al thought was a good idea?
No, I think I thought it was a good idea, but no, it's a good idea. We have an inn. We wanted to investigate. We know they're the people to look at. We have an inn. I'm sure, maybe. I'm sure, maybe.
Yeah, I don't look anything like Jessica, so I don't think I could pass it. I don't think any of us really look anything like Jessica. How would we be your family?
I didn't think it through completely.
Yeah, for once I actually thought of something better than you did.
I can go alone. You guys can follow. If we want to pursue this. Or I could just never be Jessica again and we move on.
Marv will kind of lean over and be like, maybe the never Jessica part. And he kind of just disappears back on the roof. He's like, I'll keep an eye out. Go ahead and give me a perception check at advantage for Marv.
Yeah. 19 total.
19. Doesn't seem like anybody was followed. Doesn't seem like Jessica was followed. So he's comfortable up there. He just keeps looking over at that big old tree every once in a while.
I want to climb it so bad.
When Marv's not looking, I turn into Jessica again. And I yell, Marv! Hey, Marv!
I say we go check out Jade's place, and then it should be late enough for us to go check out the other places by the place.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to actually infiltrate the group, man. We're just here for information and supplies, not deep cover operations, man.
Over.
I mean, that was impressive. I'll hand it to you. That was you did a fantastic job. They bought everything. It was great, but like we talked about, let's keep our focus, man.
But we did get some information. We know they're using magic or magically assisted sermons to get people. And they're actively recruiting.
Well, she kind of walked up and offered herself. Is that actively recruiting?
I think that's probably what they want people to do, because it did sound like they want more sisters.
Fair enough.
That's what I was thinking with the magic. They're trying to get people to come over.
Yeah, I will say it doesn't seem like Cassidy gave this place up. So
we may want to put that on the to-do list. Try to figure out where she is.
Yeah, I mean, I got no leads other than not here.
We don't know that, David. So you tell us about that because we weren't there for that conversation.
I'm telling you now, in character. I was telling you. So yeah, I mean, I asked about the previous owner, and it seemed like she wasn't down with all this stuff, and they basically commandeered the place from her. But that makes her, not really welcome around a lot of this lot. So hopefully she got the hell out of here.
As you guys are having this little discussion, Marv will be like, and then
Shit, I think we may have to go.
And then as you guys are walking or in this alley, you see about 4 or 5 of these oversized people, clearly having some sort of ogre or giant in them, kind of walking down the alley with different types of leathers and bone like jewelry. One of them has some sort of large reptilian skull as one of their pauldrons. They're just walking by. Agurinos are head. And they're just walking, stomping heavy footfalls as they kind of are approaching y'all. Maybe you're walking in the same direction as y'all.
How? So if we're actually in an alley, is that what we decided? Like, would it be possible for them to just like walk right by us if we just
Yeah,
ignored them?
I mean, like you guys can move to the side if you wished, or kind of on one side, and they might be able to just right back. I mean, they're not like massive, right? I'm just doing the larger blocks so you can see them. They're, 7 to 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
With like 300, 400 pounds each, both male, female, and there's like a group of them, 5 or so, 4 or 5, just stomping through. Iranek are hidden here. Avern, and they're just having a discussion, and they're just stomping by.
I'll give him the bro head nod.
No, one of them will look at you and
And then I'll actually move to the side and sort of like obviously give way to them.
yeah, they kind of walk by with an air of course you did that, right? Like,
Yeah, and I'll bow my head down a little bit, just like in deference as they go by.
All right, 1 second. Yeah, so as you kind of bow and
Not like at the waist, just like
I know, but just kind of like a little bit, is your eyes kind of naturally head down, right, when you do that to break contact, or do you keep contact with them the entire time?
Not with their eyes, but I will keep looking like at them as they pass.
I get you. So as you do that, the one that you were kind of more focusing on, you kind of do that, and then the one individual, like another male that like kind of sees you, kind of puts his big hand on the back of your head and kind of pushes you down. It kind of makes you stumble forward. Just walk on by.
You guys probably see steam coming out of my cloak, like literal steam.
Maybe. Just being a jerk. Because he's bigger than you.
I look at Davis and I kind of slip the dagger out my sleeve.
No. Not now.
And they just kind of continue walking and kind of like laughing and chuckling and going on by. And then they kind of turn the next corner and you kind of hear Marbs, because you guys are aware of him, kind of lifeless stuff.
Sorry, I'm like laughing at the gif. Literally steaming. But yeah, I'll see Drake now and just be like, kind of shake it off, just like, I'd love to, but no.
There you have it.
Should we follow?
I thought we were getting things and not getting ourselves into trouble.
Yeah, we're here for 3 days.
It's up to you, Dragnar.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Okay. So I'll pop pass without trace.
Okay, mark off your keys, please.
Go.
Yeah, we'll give Marb the signal like, hey, we're following.
All right, Marv.
I think Marv would have been in the area because it's like a radius.
Yeah, he's. I will say he's close enough for now that he gets to benefit from it at the start.
He's also really fucking stealthy anyway.
Everyone's got +10 to stealth.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So Marv will kind of see that, look at them, and you just see him, and like if he could grin, he's grinning. He's like, ha ha.
Are they going deeper into the alley or going back into the main road?
They are going deeper in the alley, and they kind of turned, let's call it, from your vantage point, left down the alley. Easy enough to hear. They're like, talking and not quietly at all.
I'll look at Marv and I'll like do the 2 fingers on my eyes and kind of point to him so he's got rooftop oversight. And then I'll slowly start moving down. Not slowly, but moving down.
Okay. So you guys are able to, right now you're able to kind of move quietly. Go. I mean, since you're going stealthily, just go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
That would be a 33.
All right. You just hear them, loud guttural discussion amongst themselves, and doop 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 doop. I don't think you know this language. Doop doop. No, you don't. Like guttural language. Them every once in a while, just like you just hear laughter, and yeah, they have no clue. So.
Yeah.
I'll walk with Rock, Old Man Rock, about like 10, 15 feet behind, trying to keep pace.
Okay.
I don't know what Al's gonna do.
I'll just walk with the group.
As Al?
Oh, yeah, I guess probably have 2 Dragnars.
Oh, we do have 2 Dragnars, that's right.
I mean, is anybody looking? I'll look around. Is anybody looking?
Go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
Stay within 30 feet of me, passed out trace.
Swear to God, this dice is broken. It's a 20 again.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's
Nice.
been 20 and 19 as my last 4 rolls.
Very nice. So, what is that? 27 total? Yeah. Al kind of quickly looks as larger Dragnar. He's like, okay, free to shift, whatever you want. Wide and roughly the same size.
One of the crew members off of Julian's ship, but not like just one of his crew members. I can't. There was the bugbear. There was.
There was the Kemri, so Zella, and then there was Billy, the boy.
Yeah, I'll be Billy.
All right, down to Billy. Davis, shithead is back.
Fuck that guy.
So yeah, you got that very, sun-baked skin, young, young adult, early teens, or late teens. It's a bit of like that weird, stubbly kind
He
of
just thinks he knows everything.
skinny twig of a boy. All right. Y'all are able to continue following. If everyone's gonna go ahead and roll me stealth checks just for everybody. I really doubt.
So Marbs is still at advantage just because of his terrain, right? So for him,
Yeah.
it's for him stealth advantage plus extra proficiency.
It's doop doop doop. I don't. It's wait. Let me make sure. I want to double check because it's like one of those weird ones. When you make it, no, it's not an advantage. It's just that he has
plus double
proficiency.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to re-roll at him?
No, you're golden. You're kind of keeping that 30-foot bubble so everyone can continue to benefit from it.
Well, I can't bravura myself, unfortunately, because I haven't got it back.
Yeah.
So I rolled a natural 1 on stealth, but that's a total of 13 with pass without trace.
Okay. No, you're wearing that armor, remember?
Yeah, that's why it's disadvantage.
I know, but if it rolls...
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting about that. Less than a 10, I can...
You can get one.
And take sick. Yeah. Okay, it's not great. Still 17 total.
Okay. 14, 30, yeah, I mean, just in general, the entire group. Old Man Rock is maybe playing Old Man Rock a little bit too well. He's like, "Are you?" Just kind of grunting and kind
Grandpa, shut up.
I'm trying to keep up. People will notice Rock, but not the people y'all are trailing, and no one is looking up towards Marb. Marb is just kind of every once in a while. He still kind of peers behind him. That tree.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. You're able to follow them. They are just kind of walking further down, away from the Green Thumb, more towards like the dock area. But it'll still be a ways away from the actual docks where you guys possibly were left off. What would you like to do? Oh, actually, Ragnar, because you're the closest to them, go ahead and give me a perception check. Okie dokie. What'd you get, Drug?
13.
Oh, 13. I just didn't hear you. I'm sorry. You're trying to, like, it's easy enough to follow them, keep your distance, keep a beat on them. Your group is keeping up with you, so it's, you're kind of falling behind just because you need to move, to move stealthily, you need to kind of move slower. But they are loud enough and they are large enough, and they are kind of, every once in a while you see them kind of stopping and looking at certain buildings and kind of checking them out. And one of them will kind of shove on like the side of the building, and you'll kind of see like the building will kind of start rocking back and forth, and they'll start laughing again. And they'll just continue moving. And you see that people kind of, as you are walking, they kind of get out of their way.
Okay.
But you're able to continue following. Eventually it'll take you about, I don't know, 15 minutes of kind of stalking these individuals. But you guys get to a point where they arrive, and before you guys arrive to where you're stopping, you start to smell, well, the scent of cooking fish and fire in the air. And you hear, like, come out, the chatter of multiple people, just kind of, the mesh sound of just talking. It smells good, and they seem to be turning towards the direction of that smell.
Is the language we're hearing this kind of sound like the kind of same one as them?
No, in this you're just hearing common, just like a mesh of people just talking in common, close to the water. Up to you guys. What would you like to do?
I want to continue to follow, but not look like I'm following, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. So you're gonna change your pace up, kind of walk in. A lot of these individuals, as you guys are starting to kind of approach, they seem to be some of the fishermen, maybe some of the local commoners. It smells good. It smells like a fish fry.
I am going to scan the people to see if there's anybody I remember from when Green Hill was Green Hill.
Go ahead and roll me
A streetwise check.
I was gonna say streetwise. You can do survival or history. Your choice.
Not one. So a total of 6 on survival.
You're looking around. It's been a while since you've been in Green Hill when Green Hill was proper. A lot of tanned people. A lot of poor beards around. Like, seriously, these beards
sun
are
setting. It's hard to see. We don't blame you.
Yeah. No. You don't recognize anybody.
Okay, I'm going to continue.
Okay. So the rest of the group, what would you like to do as you guys are kind of following Dregnar, and you guys kind of, it smells good. You hear the people talking about just day to day. It's just loud, like, just this mesh of people talking.
Since Al turned into Billy, he's last of the group, and he's just kind of shuffling along, head down. Just looks bored, like and he's following everyone else around.
Okay. I mean, yeah, passive performance of 16, easy enough. Okay, cool.
Just because I can't help myself, I'll every once in a while look back and just shake my head at fucking Billy.
You kind of hear once from, like, Al's like, what? It's what came to mind. God. Back to shuffling.
Terrible
Yeah, you guys,
choice.
all of you will basically get into the point. At this point, Marb needed to kind of jump down. He's just kind of keeping his distance from the group, kind of keep into the shadows. It is getting dark now. People are walking around with, encased candles as torches, or, oh, your stream went down. Oh. Or at least it did for me. It did for me, at least. I've refreshed it.
Yeah, I've got red connection right now.
Yeah. But there is a couple fires going. There's some light going, and then you just kind of hear some of the bigger folk be like, "Give some now." And like one of them will kind of shove one of the fishermen out of the way. He's like, "We eat fish."
Would you shove him down hard or just kind of move him out the way?
You mean when you shove me?
Harder than Davis, but like, just to get him to move like 5 feet back, essentially. And it seemed very easy for him.
Okay.
And like some of the men are kind of looking at each other. Some of the men and some, of the younger folks start stepping back. Let's actually roll. You'll hear a voice pipe up of one of the wives or one of the women there is like, "You did nothing to get this food."
I, as Rock, as soon as she yells, I like trip forward and fall, and like making a big commotion and just start. Oh, my leg! Oh, my leg! Oh!
Since I'm with him, I'll be like, "Hey, somebody, we need help. I think he's really hurt."
Yeah. Out there. There'd be a little, like a younger, blonde-haired, probably 15, 16-year-old, halfling girl will kind of walk on. Will be like, "Oh my, what happened? What happened? What happened?
I
Are
think
you
he's
okay?"
really hurt.
Okay. Well, there. I don't. Let me go get somebody.
Yeah,
You
go
gotta
get
run.
someone.
Come up.
And I'm screaming now. I'm using thaumaturgy to make me even louder.
Oh my God, he's never been this bad before. It looks like it hurts so bad.
Okay. Well, yeah. You just like. There's this weird moment of like people, the shove and people kind of having this discussion and a little bit of yelling, and some of like Marb and Dregnar, because y'all are kind of up at the front, you would see that like they're just actually like reaching and like taking some of like the grilled, like the fire grilled fish, and then taking it for them, and they're like starting to eat it, and then this loud booming voice of, "Oh, I'm so much pain, it hurts," because they all like they all turn, and then a couple of them start stomping by, and you kind of see like it kind of clear as people kind of move out of the way and they start looking like, "What's going on? I don't know what happened. Did one of them actually hurt somebody?" Like, "I didn't see anything."
I'm sorry, I'm an old man. I fell. My leg. Oh.
I think it's broken. They might both be broken. I don't know. He's in so much pain. Somebody help.
Is this Davis or is this Al?
No, this is Davis.
Okay. It's so weird hearing Davis say that. Couple people kind of start walking over and be like, "Okay, let's try to. Can you move? Can you get up, sir?"
Do you want somebody to move you?
I'll try to stand up, and I'll just kind of like, "Oh, no, too much."
No, he can't. He can't possibly stand. He can't move.
You'll just kind of hear the heavy footfalls of like them start stopping. "What is noise?"
Please help, good sirs. I've fallen my leg. Please help get me to somewhere to rest.
He's very badly injured. He needs help. He needs somewhere to heal.
And they just start walking by, not even caring.
I think they're getting someone, sir. I hope they are.
Two of them walk by. One of them is starting to catch up to the two that are leaving, and then two of them have like swiped some more of the grilled fish as someone like throws something towards their direction, and they just keep walking.
Won't anybody help? Come on, he's so hurt. Surely there's somebody here who can help.
Some people have tried to help Rock get up, but then he fell back down, and they're like, "We don't. This is really bad. I don't know what to do."
I I mean, we may have to get like a stretcher or something. We can carry him out. I mean, we need to get him somewhere where he can be healed.
This one man will be. I think he's too big for a stretcher. I think it'll just break under his weight.
Yes, exactly. We need a very strong, reinforced stretcher. Like, we may have to take a door off the hinges or something. I mean, he's a big man, but he's very fragile in spite of all that.
Okay. I guess I should ask Dragnar, Marb, and Al. What would y'all be doing as this is happening?
Al is leaning, or sorry, Billy. Billy is just leaning against the nearest building and he's chewing on something and he's just doesn't care.
Being a fuck
Okay.
off. Marb can be like.
He is keeping watch.
Marb can be throwing a bunch of various voices in the crowd, be like, "Oh my goodness, I saw he looks so badly injured."
Oh, nice.
And just like randomly throughout the crowd, like changing voices to random people he's heard in the past, and just being like, oh, "I can't believe I've never seen something so gruesome," you know, like that kind of stuff like that.
It's like, okay, give me a because I might run with this. Give me a deception check for Marb.
Okay. 14 total.
14 total. All right. I love crowds. Mob mentality is the best. As you start saying that, Marb will and eventually interject. I can't believe that, like, you know, like in one of the voices, I can't believe that they pushed him. Those big oafs. They don't care about any of us. And then like, and you start hearing like chatter as like some of them are the big guys or ogres are kind of stomping through. It's like, they did that to him. I heard they pushed him over, and it starts being like this mob mentality starting to build up, and then a couple people like grab things and start like throwing them towards the ogres.
No. Okay, I am. If I see do I see that? I'm kind of. Do I see that?
Yeah,
I do. Okay, I stop wailing, and I try and stand up, and
Slowly.
Mate, oh, you know, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
I think it was just a hip. His hip just got knocked out of place. It really feels really bad for a couple minutes, but it pops back in.
All right.
I'm sorry.
CJ, you can roll for the crowd. I just want to give you this control. So go ahead and roll a d20. High you can tell me high means that they're starting to listen to you, or high means that they're starting to get more mob mentality.
Let's say high means mob mentality. I rolled a 3.
Okay. Very like a few of them start like kind of stomping and starting to like follow the ogres as they've taken some of the fish and like unfair, and like the words kind of like it starts to, you know, the rumor that they shoved you or something starts to spread falsely, and then as you kind of get up, that people are like, oh wow, okay, and then the ones that started to get angry enough to and mobby enough to be brave start to just kind of back down a little bit as they start getting closer to the ogres and just kind of see how big they are. They're like, okay.
Yeah, turtle anatomy is a little strange. Sometimes, you know, pieces can just pop out of the shell and pop right back in. It's okay, but it hurts. It really hurts. Just like bloody hell. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
But he'll be fine. It'll take him a little while to recover, but I think he'll be fine. You okay, sir? You okay?
I'm okay. What was that? Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, yeah, he's fine. Everybody, thank you so much for your concern. Maybe we should have better stretchers available, though. Just a thought. But we'll be good. I'll help him. We'll walk out. It's great. We're good. Again, thank you so much for your concern.
Okay, so they didn't do that to him. God, those guys are just.
No, he just slipped. It's fine. It happens.
They're jerks, man. They
do seem kind of jerky. They didn't really seem to care, did they?
No. Real quick, because you said Billy was was watching. Go ahead and give me a perception check on Billy.
Oh, he rolled a 3 too. So
10.
Yeah. 10. Yeah.
10. Nothing really catches Billy's eyes as they start like walk by and the crowd kind of build up and then shrunk back down. But they're like, yeah, yeah. Actually, we haven't seen you guys from another part of town. I don't recognize you from this part of the docks.
We're further upriver usually. We get pretty far down the river, but we've got a boat that we work on out there. Catches have been great. Like, for keeping us
I
piles.
mean, yeah, they've been great. Even when they take, and he kind of yells his voice, in common, take what they don't catch.
Yeah, gosh.
No, there's plenty. It's just,
But I mean, you gotta earn it, right? I mean, it's not fair
well,
to
yeah.
just walk
I
up
mean,
and be a dick about it.
well, look at them. They're so much bigger than us, right?
Yeah, I mean, even me.
Yeah. So wait, what do you catch? You do nets, fish? What's your
Yeah,
upriver?
I do mostly nets. It's I can call in the big hauls, right? So it's
Mm.
best volume you can get is just big old net full of fish. I mean, they're just practically jumping in, so might as well take them on out.
Yeah. And I don't know.
I mean, I
Yeah,
even get
come, come,
tired just
come. Hey,
pulling.
hey. You know what? Y'all are.
Yeah, I gotta get.
Uh,
He needs to go get it somewhere to rest. It's gonna hurt for a bit, but he'll
sure
be
you don't
fine.
want any fish? I
Oh,
mean, there's plenty.
that's true. Yeah, I am. I am. Are you hungry?
I could use fish.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Do you have something you can wrap it up or something? Because we really do need to get going.
Um.
Some paper or
Well,
something.
go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Sure. Bleh. 3 for a total of 9.
He's like, oh no, you can't just get going. Come on.
He's.
You wanna?
I mean, he'll be fine, but he's still hurt. I mean, this is gonna.
Yeah,
He's gonna be
let
limping
us
around.
sit, eat, and relax, and take it easy. Join us. Come on. We'd like to know some of our neighbors. I mean, Green Hill's not huge, but clearly new faces.
I'm
So,
gonna look and see if I can see either Marb or Dregnar and what they're doing.
uh, well, Marb, no, because he never broke stuff.
Right. Okay.
So, but Dragnar is up to him. Like, what's he up to?
I would have walked towards because I'm hungry and got the fish.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's get some fish.
Yeah.
I need a break.
We can rest here, I suppose. Just make sure you keep that leg, out of harm's way. Make sure nobody's gonna trip on you or anything like that. Just be careful.
Billy will pipe up. Is like, yeah, fish. Heck yeah, delicious.
Oh
and just
yeah,
kind
that guy.
of playing the part. So yeah, y'all are able to join. You don't necessarily get like in the center and everyone join you, but you are welcome. And there are boxes and crates out. There are some semblance of some people maybe bringing some sort of chairs and all that. But there is a gathering of 27 people. Mostly fishermen and looks like their families or their neighbors. And it is where there's a large number of fish. Maybe about 6 to 8 inches in length. Just being grilled over a fire. That's basically a fire pit that was made in this portion of the not alley. What do you call it? Let's call it like this little square. A little interjection of a couple of the streets and a couple of bridges. And they're like, so you're from the eastern side of town. Did you guys suffer any damages or any dangers a few months back or a month ago?
Yeah, in fact, we've had to relocate entirely over onto this side. It's what those guys want, they seem to just take. So practically living out of the boat these days. I mean, but it's like I said, the things have been so plentiful. I'm working, dawn to dusk in the boat practically anyway. So.
Yeah, it's definitely so plentiful. It's so, and if they just weren't around, I can't imagine how life would we could just get to market with all this, man,
Yeah, be rolling in it.
life would be good.
Absolutely.
This is
Not what I was hoping when I heard that the bounty was going to be so good.
tried. Me. That's tired of that word. Let's not say that, huh? Come on.
I will insight check him.
Sure.
Okay. Goddamn. 8.
Tired of that word.
Yeah, okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
no, yeah, I get you.
you just hear, bounty this, bounty that, sister of bounty, mother of
I
bounty.
mean, you can't really argue with the, the hauls you get, I guess. But yeah,
No,
I'd get
but
tired of hearing about it too. That's true.
still, one, it's been getting better and better for years. It's not all of it's sudden, and then two, it's.
I hadn't thought of it that
I
way.
don't understand why. I just don't understand how and why there's a common thread. You see those jerks? They attacked us. They killed a lot of people, and you just hear the crowd, yeah, they killed a lot of people. Heck, they burnt down the Adventurers League. They've damaged so much. They've keep those, have to abide by and just bounty this, bounty that to just get through and be left alone. I mean, those that put up a fight, don't see them again.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's why we basically were forced out of where we were living.
I heard a story of, what was it, what was it, what was his name? Old Sam? Oh yeah, Sam Schneider, old Sam Schneider, off on the East Front. You probably know him. Y'all are all family on those water. Boulder, straight on his boat while I was on it.
Oh my
Dead.
gosh.
Instant. Yeah, right? Man was
Sam
one of the
sounds
best.
familiar, yeah. I mean, we keep generally to ourselves, but that does sound familiar. I mean, you're right. It's we're close up there, but huh. That's terrible.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense why they're some of these just let them come in and act like we're all friends all of a sudden. And
Adam, with this guy talking, does it seem like everybody else is kind of nodding their head in agreement?
oh yeah. And you're looking around.
So I'm gonna walk up to Davis, and him goes, "Yeah, but what's a poor fisherman to do? It's not like we can fight them."
No. You say that and just those 5 over there
that
could have
would be
easily
great,
taken all of us out.
But I mean, yeah, if you don't want to get a rock landed on your head, then yeah.
Yeah.
What else you can do, is there?
Good thing is those little things can't really throw the rocks, but they're bigger kin.
But maybe
They're still here.
What if you could? What if there's something?
If only the Adventurers League was still around.
Oh man, those guys would have known what to do. I heard stories about those guys. Did you hear? There's this group, the Crass Menagerie. They took on a crocodile that was 50 feet long, not that far from here.
Wait. The one that ate old Rhodes boy? That one?
Yeah, somebody. It was somebody's kid. I don't remember who, but yeah. I heard it was 50 feet long. The feet, the teeth were 3 feet long themselves. It was insane. They took it down. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, people tell stories, so
3 hydras at the same time.
Well, shit.
What?
I mean, yeah.
That's insane.
No, that can't be right. Because if they were here, then they probably fell on the Eastern Front. Then because you would have heard about them, or they would have been doing.
If they were with the Adventurers League, they could have been out on some other adventure, right?
The Adventurers League is burnt to the ground. There's boulders on top of it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I mean, so they did the Maw of Daggers not that long before this whole siege happened. I wonder if they were out doing something else before this all happened.
Maybe. Then why aren't they back?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
And then one of the actually, it's another dwarven figure. An older dwarf, Dregnar, you turn to see him, and he's got very heavy. He's a long beard, essentially, right? Like, with age, beard gets longer. It hits the ground.
Wow.
And he'll say, it's not just, you can't just be relying on the adventurers. It's, the cause hasn't come by. Rumor has it that it's Seb's fault somehow.
I mean, what would Seb have to do with the cause? He's just the Adventurers League, right? He doesn't run the cause in the area. I don't think.
No, he pissed off the cause or something. I don't know the story. I just...
See, I heard it was a sovereign. He didn't want to do nothing to help us.
I heard that too. I heard that guy just hates Seb. And would do anything to make him look really bad, including maybe just let all this bad, terrible stuff happen.
All right. Either you guys can both give me a persuasion check, or no, Dregnar can't help you because he's got a negative. So,
So
I'll do it then. Or I guess we could both do it. Does it matter if?
well, I
he rolls
mean,
low?
unless if he rolls super low, he might hurt your roll.
but
okay.
Billy could help him.
Billy could.
Well, Billy's not talking right now. Billy's just kind of...
Billy
Eating
should maybe
fish.
talk.
I'm not.
I rolled a 22, however.
22.
I will not roll.
Okay, you'll choose not to roll. You'll just be like, just being quiet, biting your lip. You're like,
Actually, wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm hitting him up and he's spiking him.
Yeah.
Dregnar, when you rolled your D8, oh, you got a 5, I think, on it, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Damn, okay, I can't get it back then. Okay, never mind.
Also, that feature doesn't feed into itself.
No. Yeah, I wasn't going to use it for myself now. I was just trying to just use counting in my head.
So as this conversation is going on, what would Marb... I'm assuming Billy is just piling as much fish in his face as he can. Being Billy, essentially. Rock, what are you doing?
As I listen to them talk, and a little while, and I'm gonna start kind of crying out again. Oh, my head! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's happening! Oh my God! Okay. I see the big tree, and I see fire, and it's burning. Oh, it's hot! It's burning! Oh, it's so much heat! And then what do I? And then I see help. Hope is not lost. Help is coming. The tree will burn, and help is coming. Oh, the fire! And then
I just love this. Okay. Anyone feeding off of this nonsense, I should ask.
Maybe Billy should? I don't know. Honestly,
Okay.
Davis would kind of just be like, he's weird.
yeah, you know what? Billy'll try to. What tree? What are you, old man? Nonsense! What tree you talking about now? Old little rocker. What was the place with you said there was a big tree over that Marv was fascinated with? That was at the greenhouse, green shop.
Green Thumb, that was renamed the Central Bounty.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I see the green thumb. The green thumb. I don't know what that is. The green thumb. I see a green thumb.
The old dwarf will pipe up. Oh, that's another thing. That unnatural growth. Because there's kind of old men feeding into each other. Poor girl. I haven't seen her.
You know,
What's up,
people
pretty
from
guard?
here, they work for years to build something and they just come and take it.
Wait a minute, you said poor girl. Who?
Oh, the what's her name? Started with a C. C.
Cassidy. Her name was Cassidy.
Oh, okay, Cassidy. You knew
Yeah,
Cassidy?
Yeah, no, I knew Cassidy. What happened?
Oh, well, I'm not gonna do that voice. That's the wrong voice for the dwarf. Sorry. My too many ideas of voices in my head. He'll just kind of say, well, they came and they wanted to, well, thank her for I think the story goes that they wanted to thank her for nurturing the land and doing the mother's will, and then she refuted, and then
And then what?
they do what they do with those that refute, and they basically have her held over over on the eastern side, where when you said you're there, you seen them, where the actual giants are. Just keeping those people that aren't cooperating.
You guys might
Here,
see.
I hear that they eat some of them too.
If you guys look closely, you might see a little bit more steam.
I get up and I start hobbling away.
Man, you getting up? This is some voice like, you take it easy. You were just on the ground yelling, and now you're just having some sort of trip. Are you okay?
I get up, and so yeah, the one who talked to me, I'll step forward to him. I'll grab him. I'll pull him very, very close.
Okay. Yeah, he's not expecting it, so sure.
Yeah, and I'll say, when the tree burns, help is coming. Get everybody ready. You'll know the signs. And then I push him away, and I start hobbling off.
So he went from old turtle to rock, serious rock, to old turtle again.
I was trying to. I can't. I don't know if you pick up my whispering, so that was whisper voice.
No, I get you. And then he's just kind of, that one individual is kind of like kind of flabbergasted, kind of confused, like kind of, and you just kind of hear as you're walking away, oh, okay, weird old man. Just kind of, you see that it resonated with him, it hit him. Davis, Rock is walking away.
Yeah, Davis is kind of staring blankly and seething pretty silently, but then he'd be like, careful, man, let's be careful, and sort of catch up to him and help. But very much stammering the entire time.
As you guys are kind of walking, you'll kind of go about 30, 40 feet down away from the group, and then you'll just kind of see Marb like cleaning a fish completely, taking a bone and kind of picking at his beak. He's like, well, that was good food. That's some good fish. I'm not supposed to eat the fish, am I? Or are we supposed to eat the fish?
Wait, is Billy eating the fish?
Billy's eating fish. Billy's eating more fish than he's just chowing back.
Let's just say, hopefully Billy's the exact same height as Allegretto, or else it'll look really fucking weird.
You can go like, I think it's like 6 inches up or down. Kinda,
but like,
yeah,
his actual mouth is the same place the entire time.
I mean, yeah, true. He did the illusion as as
Billy
his height.
as Al's height. Okay.
Yeah, that's not actually Billy. It's his interpretation of Billy. Marv will be like, we're gonna burn that nice tree, Rock. Really? Like, I want to climb. Like, I will stab you if you burn that tree.
No, but Marv.
The tree.
This town it's a tree. I'll buy you a tree. We'll make you a tree. I'll grow you a tree. We'll find Calisaur. I bet you he's got a better tree someday. I can't buy you a tree. That's a weird thing to say.
No, you can buy trees. But
I don't know.
start small.
If you get enough coin, you can pretty much buy anything.
No, but I'll be like, guys, this place is ready to fight back. There are people here who want to fight back.
Marble. That's a small pocket.
I think.
Rock, my man, my dude, my friend. Yeah, you're my friend. He kind of like comes up to you and kind of grabs you, like, like on the sides. He's like, listen. All of them would die, right?
Well, I'm not saying they do it by themselves. I'm saying when the time comes that we got to come rescue everybody and save this town and kill everything, we'll have help. It won't just be us. We rally the troops. We all go together. And hey, you know what? If all of them die, that means all of us have died too. And then we fought the good fight. We can't leave these people.
We're not we're not leaving. We are here to listen, here to get information. It's very odd coming from Marb, you know. It's usually all stabby.
I haven't started anything until we burn down a tree. You're really fascinated with that tree. I bonk him on the head.
It's a nice tree.
I bonk him on the head with my staff.
How? Really? Come on.
And then immediately step back thinking he's gonna stab me.
He's just like squinting at you. Just. Alright, can we get somewhere where I can climb up and we can. It's getting dark. It's actually dark already. It's dark.
Yeah,
What else are we gonna do,
should
boys?
check out the Adventures League, right?
We're doing that tonight?
Maybe scouting it in the dark where we can't be seen might be a good idea. I don't know if we just want to walk in the front door and say, "Hi, who's in here?"
Sounds like there may not be a front door to walk in.
Bakar, Dragnar, can you do the thing in the dark, please? Bakar?
Say that one more time.
Marv will turn to you and be like, can you do that thing where I can see in the dark if we're going to the league? You're the best, man. Gives you a little fist bump. Oof. Is that really how you guys see?
Yeah.
How do you go to sleep? Jeez.
With our eyes closed?
Yeah, but I swear I can still see with my eyes closed.
No, it don't work like that.
Feels like I can. Alright. So yeah, up to you guys. We can continue. It's 12:30. You guys can make your way to the Adventures League if you wish, or we can pick up with you guys going to the Adventures League next session. Up to you guys.
I'd vote for picking up here next time.
Okay.
Personally.
I'm good either way.
Okay. James?
I
Either
have
way.
a max of 1 hour left, so
Okay, well, since Danny's good and I'm okay with taking a break and it'll give me a little bit of time to possibly build out and prepare, let's go ahead and say that last things of it is you guys are able to. It takes a little bit of time again to get your bearings, but Dragnar is able to find him. Rock is Marv is staying up. Al has shifted again just to some indiscreet. We're actually not too indiscreet. Let's have some fun with Al this time. He shifts into an air genasi male, flowing hair, long, but it stays up due to his like illusion of his lineage. Light blue skin, very subtle features, and just kind of like a breezy kind of personality and attitude towards him. Just kind of walking light, kind of lanky, walking with you guys. And you guys are able to venture. And as you guys start heading towards the center of Green Hill, you do start to see where more of a commotion and more of an, hostilities may have taken place. Buildings are still damaged. Some buildings are in the process of being repaired, mostly just being patched up with what woods are available, which, of course, there are plenty of woods to the east. You do see a few, as you guys are traveling, large boulders. Some of them are just left in buildings, and then some of them are just kind of like parked and placed in some of the waterways and or some of the paths as you guys are walking. And we're talking boulders that are, I don't know, 6x6 to 8x8, and significant. As you guys are heading by, you do hear this just heavy breathing and snoring. And as you guys are kind of traveling by, and we'll just say, stealthily and all that, you see a large giant just kind of sleeping amongst some of the broken buildings and that, and just but 200 feet away from where the Adventurers League once stood. And as you look over, it is a pile of rubble and debris, and it is constantly smoldering. There's still some parts of it that are on fire, and almost it looks like it's intentionally kept kind of ablaze. Not ablaze, I would say, lit. Be it like a central point, something for warmth, you don't know. And that's where we'll pick up.